Now we are going to solve one 2019 solved question paper is there, one video is there. Just let us see now. Biology 2019 solved question paper. Let's begin, students. Welcome to class 10 students, English medium biology solved question paper 2019. Let's start.
Is the correct answer for this question is during the transmission of an impulse, the axon of one neuron releases signals chemicals called neurotransmitters which pass through the synapse and are received by dendrites of another neuron. As the neurotransmitter binds to the membrane of the receiving neuron, a nerve impulse is generated. This impulse then travels through the cell body to the axon which transmits to its next neuron. Therefore, the path of a nerve impulse through a neuron is the first a dendrite, then the cell body, and finally the axon. So here, option D is the correct answer. Next question. Part of the flower that develops into fruit and part of the seed that develops into root respectively are four options they have given here. A. Ovary and plumule. B. Plumule and radicle. C. Ovary and radicle. D. Ovary and ovule. So correct answer is option number C, ovary and radicle. Next question. By constructing 13 check dams in level terrains, what will be the result? Option A, underground water level decreases. Option B, underground water level increases. Option C, vegetation in the nearby areas are destroyed due to excessive moisture. Option D, underground water gets polluted. Khalid check dam stops the flowing water and earth absorbs the water. So here option B, underground water level increases, is the correct answer. We'll move to the next question. A pure dominant pea plant producing round yellow seeds is crossed with a pure recessive pea plant producing wrinkled green seeds. The number of plants bearing round green seeds in the F1 generation of Mendel's experiment is option A 0, option B 1, option C 3, option D 9. When we cross pure dominant pea plant, that is round yellow, with pure recessive pea plant, that is wrinkled green, in F1 generation, we get all yellow round seeds, that is heterozygous. So there will not be any round green seeds in F1 generation. So the correct answer is option A, 0. Next question. The function of hormones are given in column A and the names of the hormones are given in column B. Match them and write the answers along with its letters. A prepares the body to deal with the situation. So here for this hormone is adrenaline. B regulates metabolism for body growth. Here answer is thyroxine, that is sixth one. C regulates blood sugar levels, that is insulin. 5. D regulates the growth and development of the body, that is growth hormone number 1 in column B. Next, one more question. What are fossils? Preserved traces of living organisms are called fossils. Next question. Under what condition lactic acid is produced in the muscle cells? Answer. Lactic acid is produced when there is lack of oxygen in the muscle cells. Next, 2 marks question. Explain the process of translocation of food materials in the plants. The correct answer is translocation of food materials occurs in phloem tissue of plants. This process takes place in sieve tubes with the help of adjacent companion cells, both in upward and downward directions. This process is achieved by osmotic pressure. There is another question, that is optional question. Explain the process of digestion in the small intestine of man. Digestion of food in small intestine. Small intestine is the site of complete digestion of proteins, carbohydrates and fats. For this you will get half marks. Glands present in the walls of the intestine secrete intestinal juice. For this again half marks. Enzymes in the intestinal juice converts proteins into amino acids, complex carbohydrates into glucose and fats into fatty acids and glycerol. For this half marks. Digested food is absorbed by the villi present in the walls of the intestine. For this half marks. Next 2 marks question. Draw the diagram showing the longitudinal section of a flower. Label the parts, that is style and anther. You have to practice almost all diagrams. Here below the stigma there is a long tube that is called as style, and these are anthers. These are male gametes. You have to mention here. Next question. List the disadvantages of using fossil fuels. For this question, answer is fossil fuels are formed from biomass which contains hydrogen, carbon, nitrogen and sulfur. This is for half marks. When these are burned, the products are oxides of carbon, water, oxides of nitrogen and oxides of sulfur are formed. This is for half marks. Oxides of nitrogen, oxides of sulfur and carbon monoxide are poisonous at high concentration. They may lead to acid rain. This is for half marks. Carbon dioxide is a greenhouse gas. When its concentration in the atmosphere increases continuously, leads to intense global warming. This is for half marks. Next we go here. Or optional question. List the advantages of reduce and reuse to save environment. Advantages of reduce and reuse to save environment. First, reduce. By the practice of reduce, we can save electricity, water, food, natural resources. Reuse. By the practice of reuse, environment pollution can be controlled, materials are available for immediate use, energy can be saved, use of raw materials can be minimized. Next question. Growth of thread-like structures along with the gradual spoilage of tomato can be observed when a cut tomato is kept aside for 4 days. Interpret the cause for this change. The answer is the thread-like structures that grow on the tomato are hyphae of rhizopus, that is bread mold. This is for half marks. They lay blob-like structures called sporangia. This is for half marks. Sporangia contains spores. They reproductive structures. Half marks. When spores come into contact with the moist surface, they begin to grow. This is for half marks. Therefore, cut tomato gets spoiled gradually. Here we go. A food chain in the polluted aquatic ecosystem is given. Observe it and answer the following questions. Fresh water. Algae are produced there, and fishes, they will eat algae, and the fishes are eaten by birds. Which organisms are disturbed more due to biomagnification and why? And second question is, this ecosystem will be destroyed gradually due to biomagnification. Why? Answer for the first question, birds are disturbed more due to biomagnification. For this half marks, as the birds occupy the topmost level in the given food chain, the maximum concentration of harmful chemicals causing biomagnification get accumulated in their body. And for this you will get half marks. And for the second question, biomagnification is the process of accumulation of non-degradable chemicals in the various trophic levels of food chain. So this is for half marks. As the chemicals are non-degradable or cannot be washed, they cannot be removed from the organisms of food chain. This leads to a gradual destroying of the ecosystem. For this, you will get half marks. Next question, diagram. Draw the diagram showing the structure of human excretory system. Label the following parts, that is urinary bladder and ureter. First, you have to draw the neat diagram of human excretory system, and afterwards, you have to mention here, and this part is ureter and this is urinary bladder. Next, name the type of asexual reproduction that occurs in following: pomegranate, hydra, planaria, plasmodium. In pomegranate, vegetative propagation happens, and in hydra, the budding takes place. Planaria, regeneration takes place, and in plasmodium, the multiple fission will occur. So these are some of the types of asexual reproduction that occurs. Next diagram. Draw the diagram showing the sectional view of human heart. Label the following parts. First, aorta, and second, chamber of heart that receives deoxygenated blood. First, you have to draw a neat diagram of human heart, and afterwards you have to mention here aorta, and afterwards the chamber, which is the chamber that receives deoxygenated blood, that is called right atrium. Through the vena cava, the deoxygenated blood will enter the heart, so you have to mention here. The last question for 4 marks. Write the differences between homologous organs and analogous organs. For this, you have to write this answer. The difference: first, organs of different organisms have common origin, and in analogous, organs of different organisms have different origin, and in homologous, they have similar structure and perform different function, and in analogous, they have different structures and perform similar function, that is same function. Examples for homologous: forelimbs of frog and forelimbs of bird. Examples for analogous: wings of birds and wings of back. Second sub question here. Write the differences between the sex chromosomes of man and sex chromosomes of women. Answer is woman has a perfect pair of chromosomes both called X. Man has a normal sized chromosome X and another short sized chromosome that is Y. Third sub question. Sex of a child is determined by the father. How? Answer is a child who inherits X chromosomes from her father will be a girl and a child who inherits Y chromosome from his father will be a boy. Both the girl and boy inherit only X chromosome from the mother. Therefore, sex of a child is determined by the father. By this, we have completed the question paper solving session. SSLC question paper, March and April 2019. Until then, bye students, keep learning, keep moving, never give up. Swagatam dear student.